Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing absolutely fantastic and that you're all having a wonderful day. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Yes, there's a brand new video on cryptocurrencies and this wild, weird, and wacky market every single day. I know it's quite a lot. Thank you to everyone who leaves a comment. Thank you for all the likes along the way. And without any further ado, let's jump right into it. Yes, a lot's going on. A lot of discussions, a lot of momentum, a lot of predictions, people trying to figure out. I know it seems weird, but as we are in essentially the final stretch of the year, the predictions are now running wild for the cryptocurrency market. This year, for whatever the reason, as I said before, has been extremely sluggish. I don't know if it's just been me. I've been anticipating so many things this year that the days seem to be dragging on. I look at what the fudge did you, oh my gosh. That was a $400 million Bitcoin transfer. Like, what is going on right now? We're getting a lot more of these like mega transfers constantly happening as of late. But at the same exact time, like I said, I look at the calendar and I'm like, oh, an entire month has passed. So clearly things are moving along. As we delve into September, as we shimmy our way over into or towards October, the expectations are do you see that? Did you see that on the screen? It was $852 million in one transaction. Like how? Like who has that much? Well, never mind. I was going to say who has that much Bitcoin? We know these companies like explicitly have that much Bitcoin, but to do it in one transaction is just still, it feels inappropriate. Anyway, yes. So, the September-October predictions are intensifying. The idea of where this market is going to be over Q4, basically, rounding out the end of the year, have grown tremendously. It says Bitcoin has already hit multiple all-time highs this year, leading to, we had multiple calls, if you weren't here, that Bitcoin wasn't going to go any higher. Bitcoin was only going to go to this number. Bitcoin couldn't possibly go any higher. There were, I think, 4 or 5 times where we had a couple of people who were like, well, I think 89,000 is going to be it. Well, I think 101,000 seems more than, I think 122. We've constantly had, randos kind of announcing that they think that, well, Bitcoin, doubled and a half in price. It can't go any higher. And we've had louder voices constantly talking. The generalized number now is always 200 to 250,000. That's the number that we're constantly hearing over and over. If people are Bitcoin like mega maximalists, these people are saying 500,000 to 1 million. Like the real conviction, the Samson Maos, the Adam Backs, the Jack Dorseys, those level of Bitcoin lovers are announcing 500,000 to 1 million. The general number we're getting now for Bitcoin is 200,000 to 250,000 as like where they think we're going to go. It says, however, the absence of a real altcoin season where digital assets such as Ethereum XRP and Dogecoin have yet to hit new amazing all-time highs suggests that the market is far from done. Yes, we've experienced some movements up. I think some coins have actually hit their previous all-time highs, but none of the major altcoins have. That's kind of where we are, where everyone's like, well, they don't think that the season of the bull is going to end until we see these coins really move up a lot further. Predictions have emerged that Bitcoin, there we go, could cross $200,000 before the bull market is over. And a crypto analyst by the name of Rect Fencer, and I'm going to be nice here, over the years being in this market, I think I'm used to more traditional names in the news giving price predictions in crypto for whatever reason. A lot of people online tend to have more comical names, and they are widely regarded in their predictions. So, yes, this one's called Rect Fencer. Okay, has forecasted that all of this will happen this year. In a post on Twitter, Rect Fencer told people on the social media platform that Bitcoin's price is expected to cross 200,000 this year. That, and I say it lightly, that seems to all but be a given. I think we're all expecting 200,000 plus. I told you before, my numbers were 200 to 300,000. I think realistically that would be incredible for Bitcoin's price. Crossing $250,000 would, golf clap around the room. I think that would be remarkable. The post was focused on where the price of Bitcoin and other top, and I say top lightly, you'll see, altcoins will be before the year runs out, especially in the upcoming fourth quarter of the year. This is normally when we would, not are going to, and I need to continuously say that. This has been a very weird cycle. We have never had this much attention paid to our market. We have never had news about countries buying Bitcoin. We have never had this much news about tariffs and interest rates and recessions and all these other, it's kind of a clash of worlds and money. We have so much money entering our market, but there's still this fear that this might happen, that might take place, what's happening there. And as I've stated before, no one explicitly knows where things are going. However, we have seen typically, historically, the year after the halving, which would be now, in the fourth quarter of the year, which would be the October, November, December time frame, is normally when we see the big crescendo of market prices. This year might be different, but the reason why we are receiving so many price predictions as of late is because we're nearing that time frame. You might have also missed some of the videos where a lot of analysts are even predicting that we might still have a bull run up, and then it kind of might not end. That this is the discussion of the end of cycles, and that the market is very weird now, and we might just continuously see a 1%, 2%, 3% movement upward month on month on month for the entirety of the market until we get to 2028, 2029, and that's when we've gotten those even crazier predictions. If you weren't here for the $1 million Ether, and the $2.4 million Bitcoin, the $1,000 XRP, you get it. In total, the crypto analyst presented forecasts for 10 cryptocurrencies, some of which were and have been here for a while, and others which are brand new to the block and for some reason have garnered a large amount of attention. You will see in a couple of seconds. But one theme was maintained among all of them, and that is the fact that the rally is not over and prices are going much higher. For Bitcoin, the analyst has predicted or believes that the price will reach between $215,000 and $230,000 before the quarter is over. If that's right, that means that Bitcoin's price would essentially double, if you will. From where we hit his target with his time frame, it could happen in a couple of months. We have seen weirder things. We have before seen Prices do a 234x amongst larger cap coins over the end of the year. So this is what a lot of people are relatively predicting. This would no doubt spill into the altcoin market, where the analyst has also suggested major growth for some heavy-hitting coins. Here we go. So far, only a few altcoins have hit new all-time highs alongside Bitcoin. I think one of them was Binance Coin. I think. And there was one other one that kind of got there with ease. But if the analyst is correct, this will not be the case for much longer. Other currencies such as Ethereum XRP, Binance Coin, Solana, Dogecoin, Chainlink, Ethna, PENGU, and I say this lightly, something called Fart Coin. Yes, my friends, this is where we currently are in the world of crypto. This coin popped up, was it a year ago or some change? And for some reason, it has captured the farts and minds of people around the world. It is literally called Fart Coin. I know. PENGU, for those of you who haven't seen or have made sure that you've remained in the dark, is the coin from the NFT project, Pudgy Penguins. Yes, Pudgy Penguins. It is incredibly popular. It's not slightly popular. There are like this little figure. It's in parades across Asia. People within South Korea and in Japan have gone completely insane for it. The coin's price was less than a cent. It went to 1 cent. I think the previous all-time high was 4 cents or something like that from the previous time. There are predictions for where this coin is going to go, and the conviction is quite high. There were hundreds of people and companies and higher-ups in the crypto industry who changed their profile pictures to the NFT that they held of PENGU. And the last time that happened was for the Bored Ape Yacht Club. Bored Ape Yacht Club, these things were 0.1 Ether, then half of an Ether, then some of them was selling for over $1.1 million just for the NFTs alone. So they have their own coin called PENGU. It is destructively popular. Like, I mean, these people are as the conviction is as high as people who like Cardano and XRP. Yes, and I told people about it around like March or April, and people said I was shilling a nonsensical coin, so I just zip and threw away the key. No, this coin is very, 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 very popular. I've been seeing a lot of Athena. I don't know what this coin is supposed to be called, popping up as of late as well. It seems to be a relatively new popular something. Chainlink has also come back into the conversation if you weren't here. HBAR, Chainlink. There was another one. I keep forgetting the name of this coin. There was another coin 2 years ago that was also quite popular. And for whatever reason, these coins are popping back up into the news. Dogecoin has kind of remained a constant within this market just because of Dogecoin and what have you. The predictions are still for a $1 Dogecoin. I don't think that's ever going to leave the market until we get to a $1 Dogecoin, but that's still where it is. Solana, despite everything that's happened the last few years, has re-risen back in popularity over the course of this year, with a lot of people announcing that they might be building stablecoin projects onto it, and stablecoins are the cream de la cream of everything right now, with people predicting stablecoin markets to reach multiple trillions in like 3 years, literally within 3 years. So Solana has kind of burst back onto the scene because of that. Binance Coin is the coin from one of the largest, if not the largest, crypto exchange that we have on the planet. It was bound to be popular, especially as Binance's popularity has only continued to rise. You know XRP and you know Ethereum very, very well. For Ether, the analyst has put its price between $9,000 and 12,000 US dollars in Q4 of this year. This roughly rounds about where we've heard the price is supposed to be by the end of this year as well. In case you missed it, we have heard non-stop 10,000 to 15,000, 10,000 to 15,000, 12,000 to 15,000 over and over and over for Ethereum. If this coin doesn't go over 10,000 so we can stop having the same price predictions over and over, just please at this point, just do a multiple X so we can get over 10,000 so people can stop talking about it because it's overdue. This would mean that a new all-time high would most likely trigger the start of an altcoin season. We've gone over that countless times before. Ethereum is the most used coin in the market, the most used chain. And as such, when Ethereum rises, altcoins rapidly rise with it. If we see Ethereum hit 9, 10, 11, 12, $14,713.28, other altcoins are going to do a 3, 5, or 10x. That's how it works. That's literally how it works. And I told people years ago, I was like, you should all be rooting for Ethereum to do well because the other altcoins that you're holding would do even weller. That's always how it's been. Following behind is Binance Coin. He says he's expecting 2,800 to 3,300 US. I remember when that coin was like $1.50. That's absolutely insane. Binance Coin is one of the institutional coins to have within the space. It's not that you need to pay attention to it so much as this coin will do well as long as Binance does well. Binance is poised to continue to be a leader within the space, so this coin will only do better. Solana, he's expecting between 800 and 900. We've heard a lot of $1,000 Solanas. It's going to get there eventually as long as the database doesn't fall apart and crash again, what have you. XRP, he's expecting between $8.50 and $9 US. That roughly scratches the levels of $10. I think people like the rounded numbers. So people really want to see a $10,000 Ether. People really want to see a $1,000 Solana. People really want to see a $10 XRP. That's just kind of been the way that things have been for a while. I think $7, $8, $9 is kind of baked in. There doesn't really seem to be that big of a barrier to hit $10, but we've had more than a few $15, $18, $20 XRP predictions for this cycle on the backs of the ending of the lawsuit, the usage of the this, and this is the stable coin happening, and the blah, 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 and that whole kind of thing. Dogecoin, the lower end is apparently placed at $1, and the upper end is placed at $2.50. I think $1 is kind of making sense. I think the idea of a $2, $3, $4, $5 Dogecoin is still popular, but I think it's mainly popular amongst people who accumulated Dogecoin 1 or 2 cycles ago. The coin doesn't have the same appeal as it once did before. Just really giving you some realism there. I think if we did see more celebrities, more companies, more anything talking about adopting it, I think the coin's price would go up. But a lot of the adoption news, the treasury news, the strategy news is mainly revolving around Bitcoin, then Ethereum, then XRP. That's just kind of the realistic situation. There's, I think, 5 million Dogecoin mined each day. It's not, Chainlink, he's expecting between 250 and 400. Ethena, okay, he's expecting between $2 to $3. PENGU, He's expecting between 70 cents and a dollar. A dollar is the number that everyone uses on social media. A dollar PENGU. It's similar. What's the name of that coin? Oh gosh, what are the ones? Oh gosh, the coins that were really popular 2 years ago. There was one of them. There was Shiba Inu, the burn, and then there was another coin that was made a brand new one after the other thing collapsed because of FTX. Oh, whatever. Yes, everyone keeps saying a dollar. This is like another new, like $1 or like going to a dollar coin. And for Fart Coin, he's predicting between $4.50 to $6.50 per coin. It's very weird that these coins become popular at all, but that's just the market that we are in. The analyst ended the post by saying, and I quote, "If this looks crazy to you, you're a fool." These prices seem incredibly normal. I think it just kind of all gently laid out for everyone. These prices, if we don't hit them, I would be quite surprised. There's a lot of movement left within this market, especially if we continue to get more good news over the course of the rest of this year. I think the market will just do it will be exceptional, as it were. I think even some of these prices seem a little low. But yes, I would love nothing more than to see $500,000 Bitcoin, as we have heard the maximalists say over and over. That would bode exceptionally well for every other coin in the market. Like really, 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 really. But here we are. Yes, we are skipping and a hopping into Q4. The expectations are through the roof. We finally made it. Let's see what ends up happening with this market, everyone. I do hope that you have all enjoyed. I do hope that you all are having a great day, morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are, wherever you might be. I do hope that it is absolutely fantastic. Thank you all once again for watching, listening, liking, commenting, and supporting, and I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See you.